Kiss the bride.
I'm not used to it yet in public.
Not used to it. Come on, Carl, kiss her.
Carl, kiss
He's not used to it yet in public. I have to change that, I think.
Congratulations again.
Now, Moses, I know what you're thinking. How much of a Jewish wedding was it? Simple ceremony, no breaking of the glass.
Joseph, I understand.
You mustn't think too harshly of us. We still celebrate the high holy days.
Please, no more excuses. I'm happy for Carl.
Uncle Moses, you dance with me.
Little. My dancing leaves much to be desired.
Please.
Come on, Moses.
Please, come on, yes.
You'll be sorry, you see.
No.
Moses, eh, Helms?
It doesn't concern us. They're a good family.
You don't read the newspapers? Inga getting involved in something she may regret?
Oh, she'll be fine. Listen, they're good Jews. The physician, the old man of war hero.
It's a pity you couldn't have postponed the wedding for a few months.
What do you mean?
There's a rumor that the party may soon forbid mixed marriages. It would have saved you a lot of heartaches. Oh, don't look so terrified. Maybe all right.
Right. Just drink this. Sit up. Simple nicotine reaction. Old remedy tea. How you feeling?
Better, thanks. I can take the champagne. I must swallow some tobacco.
Oh, Hans, that uniform doesn't make you a man.
He's always had a weak stomach. I hope they feed him well in the army.
Oh, yes, I'm sure they do. Besides, you have a doctor in the family now.
Excuse me.
What kind of physician are you, Dr. Weiss?
A good one.
Manners, Rudy.
Dr. Weiss?
General practice. I have a small private clinic.
I was wondering about your practice, seeing as your brother's from Poland.
I'm from Poland, too, originally.
But you practice in Berlin.
I consider myself almost as German as my wife. I went to medical school here.
As a Pole, what do you think of the political situation today?
My friend, I never discuss politics. Ask me about a new treatment and I'll have an opinion, but politics, never.
I guess it's changed since my day. The army?
You were in France?
Yes. Verdun, chemin des dames, Metz.
Let's pray we never have to fight again. No more wars.
I'll drink to that sentiment, madame. Field Marshal von Hindenburg. There's an officer for you. Courage, honesty.
The old guy.
Still one of the finest. That's who should be looking after things in Germany. The generals. Someday the generals will take care of that crowd.
What crowd?
I can see what you're wearing. Some good army men, and they pack up.
Fantastic. The militarists are on your side of the family.
Grandpa still thinks he's in uniform. Mom always said he should re-enlist. What are things like in Poland, Moses Weiss?
I run a small pharmacy in Warsaw. I can tell you about prescriptions.
Yes, you are all our guests today. So, no more politics.
Yes, why don't we all sing something? Carl, go ask the accordionist to play something nice. We can all sing.
Mrs. Storff, you have a slight systolic murmur. So quiet it can barely be heard. Absolutely nothing to be concerned about.
Is there anything that can be done?
I'm going to give you something for the anemia, which has something to do with the murmur. Don't overexert yourself. Moderate exercise is fine. Dorf, weren't you related to the family that had the bakery on Kleinstrasse?
I'm their son.
Why didn't you mention it?
My husband is hesitant to presume on old friendships, Doctor.
Presume I treated him for the chicken pox when he was 10 years old. Tell me, how are your parents?
Well, my father died a few years ago. He'd lost the bakery during the Depression. And my mother, she lives now in Munich.
I'm sorry. I certainly remember those wonderful Stalin on Thursdays.
I think it was Wednesdays. I used to deliver them.
But I defer to you. It's a pity. There were so many good people who were hurt in those years.
That's why I'm so proud of my husband.
Martha, please.
He finished law school in spite of everything.
You have a right to be proud. Let me know how you feel. The tonic should help. And don't worry.
Thank you, Dr. Weiss.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Who's next? Mr. Lowe.
Warehouseman wanted? Kitchen assistant? Night watchman? Not much for a fine legal mind.
Be patient, Eric.
Patient? Marta, I'm going to have trouble paying for those visits to the doctor.
I'll trust you till you get a job.
I'll live like that, running up bills, begging people to carry me.
You can borrow from my parents.
I have done all the borrowing I cared to.
Oh, darling. You're too modest. You don't convince people how bright you are.
Oh, yes. Top 10th of my law school class and unemployed.
Perhaps you should try something other than law.
Oh, my tireless wife. Your heart murmur is no match for your will. Come on, I'll buy you an ice cream. Dr. Weiss said you should have nourishing foods.
Eric, don't reject my suggestion out of hand.
But sweetheart, it's always the same suggestion.
Yes, let my uncle
Talk to Heydrich about his brilliant young friend, Councillor Dorr.
Well, at least let him make you an appointment.
Martha, you know I'm not political. And my father was a socialist. What would you think if I ended up with people who used to bash his head at rallies?
Times change. Eric, there are lots of good union members in the party now. I know all about your indifference to politics and how you hate civil servants.
I'm a failure.
You're not. Oh, Eric, I love you so much. I want so many good things for you and for the children.
Heydrich will look at me and make me a clerk. I'm no fire eater. I hate guns. I hate parades. I'm a baker's son who worked his way through law school. And with a wife too pretty and too good for him.
The wife will be angry and harm her poor heart. Her husband doesn't do her this favor.
Schemer. You win.
Dorf, Eric, age 24, born in Berlin, graduate of the University Law School, no party affiliation.
Well, not until this moment.
Why the sudden interest?
I need a job.
Now that is refreshing. You don't know how many braggarts I have to listen to. Sycophants and connivers full of love for the party, the Führer, the Reich. Such a relief to talk to a man who just wants a job.
I respect the party and the work the Führer is doing.
Naturally. Now sit down. Young lawyer, good education, shut out of his profession because some Jew or socialist got the job.
I make no excuses.
Why not? We know who our enemies are. What do you know about us?
That you are the police arm of the state, internal and external security. I confess I have trouble keeping the SS, the SD, and the Gestapo separate.
So do we. Doesn't matter, I run them all. Under the benign leadership of the Reichsführer Himmler, of course. What do you feel about Jews?
Neutral.
I like an honest man.
I hope, General, you don't regard me as an honest fool.
Not at all. This pure bigotry of true believers is admirable, but at times it's better to be neutral, analytical, cold, because you see, the Jewish world conspiracy, Bolshevism and capitalism conspiring to crush Germany is a cold, analytical thing. Racial poisoning by Jews, infiltration into our national life, betrayal of German ideals, very real stuff, Dorf.
Oh, I've read the Führer.
Then you know what importance he attaches to our racial policies. In fact, they're central to our program. We'll solve a multitude of problems, economic, military, governmental, simply by attacking Jews.
Yes, sir, if others will agree.
It's an exciting prospect. I'm afraid you'll have to forget some of the notions you learned at law school.
My mind is open.
Good. I'm partial to open-minded people, especially if they start with a good mind. You were in the top 10 of your class, and a commendation from your professor, good.
I'm afraid, General, I'm not a military type. I've never fired a gun. I haven't worn a uniform since I was a Boy Scout.
That's the easiest part of the job. Any idiot can put on a uniform. A send you to personnel. They'll arrange a security check.
Security?
Routine stuff, racial purity, political affiliations. I have to assume you wouldn't walk in here without being Lily White.
No danger there, General.
You know, in a way, I'm sticking my neck out. Hitler once said he'd never rest until it was a disgrace for any German to be a lawyer. I'm joking. Welcome, Dorf.
Thank you, sir. Heil Hitler.
Oh, that's very good. Without a prompt from me. Heil Hitler.
Peter, look at Daddy.
Martha, please. He's too big to be hauled around. Peter, how do you like your father?
Oh, Peter, it's only Daddy.
Uniform's too much for him. Almost too much for me.
Eric, you look heroic.
The boot's too tight. I'm glad I don't have to wear it all the time.
Oh, but you must. People will respect you. The shopkeepers must know. That's how we'll get the best cut of meat.
My shrewd Berliner.
Well, why not? When you get a chance to have power, influence, why not use it?
Yes, why not? Peter?
Peter, it's only Daddy's uniform.
Yes, who's next? Ah, you're Dorf. Come. Oh, sit down. I assume this is about your wife. Pity I never saw her again.
She's all right. She's a bit tired now and then.
Well, the murmur wasn't serious, but she must be very careful. I take it you're the patient today.
I'm not here as a patient.
What then? Security service. Lieutenant Eric Dorf. What have I done?
Do you know a woman named Elke Gutmann?
Yes, she used to be our maid.
Dr. Weiss, you know it's illegal to treat Aryan patients.
I did that out of habit. I used to have a great many Gentile patients, you and your wife included.
I'm reluctant to come to you this way, but it's for your own good.
I understand.
I don't usually run these errands. I'm in administrative work.
You don't make house calls. You're a specialist.
Yes. Rather like that. Someone told me you treated an Aryan. I thought it best to advise you before anyone else did.
Well, this is beyond me. A few years ago, I examined your wife. I prescribed for her in this very office. I was your family doctor.
Why haven't you left Germany? You're not a poor man.
Good question.
Get out. Get out while you can.
Jews get ill. They need medical care. And if all the doctors left, who would take care of them? It's only the old and the poor who have stayed.
Doctor, things won't get easier for you.
How much worse can they get? We're no longer citizens. We have no legal rights. Our property can be confiscated. I can't belong to a hospital. I can't get any drugs in the name of humanity. What else can you do to us?
You mustn't come to me for help.
No appeal on the basis of past associations?
No appeal. I bear you no personal malice. Leave.
Anna, clear the table, will you?
I'll help. Mama, don't get up.
A cowardly and murderous act by the international Jewish conspiracy. The
Lord,
gunman is identified as Herschel Greenspan, a Polish Jew who shot down Herr von Rath in cold blood with no provocation. Already, spontaneous demonstrations against Jews are reported. The German people will rise in their anger to avenge
Rudy, turn it off.
full attempt
No,
on
I want to
Herr
hear
von
it.
Rath's life. Herr von Rath was shot outside the embassy. Doctors say he is in critical condition.
Good for you,
We will
Greenspan. You should
keep
have
you
killed him.
informed of
Rudy,
any further developments
turn it off.
as soon as
Rudy,
we
do as
have
your mother
them.
says.
And now,
It's all right. It's all right. I'm respected in this neighborhood.
Cowards.
Damn scheming, crippled Goebbels. Turned his thugs and psychopaths loose. They're beating up Jews. Burning houses without any plan, any system.
Is he acting on orders?
Oh, I doubt it. Looking to make a name for himself, get high marks from the Fuhrer.
But aren't reprisals necessary?
Yes. But we've just bluffed the Allies into the Munich Pact. We're decent, peaceful fellows, aren't we, Dorf? Even the foreign press has begun to speak well of us. But after this, arson, riots, damn Goebbels!
If I may say so, sir, it isn't even his area of responsibility. We're the police arm.
Yes, but it would look even worse if our uniformed men started to burn down synagogues.
Then let them do it as civilians. No party banners and no insignias. And absolutely no uniforms. Gestapo, SS, SA, nothing. The righteous anger of the German people rising against the assassins.
A civilian action, as it were.
Yes, sir.
Enraged citizens.
Of course, we must somehow get across to the police not to interfere. We might warn you police units to adjust their measures accordingly, which will mean hands off.
You amaze me, Dorf. Put out the order. I'm beginning to appreciate what a fine legal mind can do.
Thank you, sir.
It's a marvelous notion. Tell them to put on business suits. And mind you, Dorf, no damage to German property. And all resistors must be shot.
Beat the drum! Go, Captain!
Look who's with them.
Satisfied? Shut up! Do you know what you are? Filth. That's what you are.
Oh, Rudy.
Filth. Filth.
You stay here. I'll get it.
Filth. Filth. Filth.
Let go of him. He's hurt.
What's it got to do with you?
Leave him alone. He's an old man. You want to fight? Huh? Fight with me.
Inga's brother-in-law, Rudy Weiss. Why don't we let them go?
Get off the streets, Weiss.
The reports on the action, sir? 36 deaths. The foreign press will not raise a fuss over that. 70 synagogues burned. Over 800 Jewish shops and businesses burned.
Arrests?
30,000.
30,000. They'll fill Buchenwald overnight.
And the press has given us a name, Kristallnacht.
Night of broken glass. Drink?
No, thank you, sir.
No, you've not many bad habits, have you, Dorf? Rarely drink, don't smoke. Ideal family man. You think we've stirred up a hornet's nest with this Kristallnacht?
There will be protests, perhaps retaliatory action, boycotts, and so on.
Anything else?
Very little. Few governments will stick their necks out for Jews. Jews have always been fair game. It's almost as if there's a moral precedent for punishing them.
That's marvelous, a moral precedent.
I'm sorry if I said something stupid.
Not at all. Moral precedent. And religious precedents. And above all, racial precedents.
May I return home, sir?
Mm-hmm.